Well, hello. I'm so glad that you came in to see me today. May I call you
Mhm.
Sherry?
Yes.
Thank you. And you can call me Mare.
Hi, Mayor.
Hello. Okay, so I got a referral for you, but first I want to go over some issues that are important that you know, and that being confidentiality. So I would like you to know that this is a confidential environment, that anything that you share with me would not be shared with anyone else. If I needed some support from a supervisor, it's not necessary that I use your name or disclose who you are that I'm talking about to get any support or advice I might need in order to treat you. Also, along with that, though, I have to disclose to you that in the event of the possibility of self-harm or harm to others, then I do have to break the confidentiality in order to make sure everyone is safe. So
Mhm.
that is usually the only condition under which I would break confidentiality.
Mhm.
Sometimes there's a possibility of a court order, but normally that isn't something that happens. And in your case, I would not expect any legal issues to be involved in the case. Okay, do you have any questions
Okay.
about that?
No, thank you for sharing that with me.
You're very welcome. So, Sherry, the referral that I received when you called the office was that you were interested in getting some support and some help in the area of grief and
Mhm.
sadness. Um,
Yes.
and so I just want to open it up to you to go
Mhm.
ahead and share anything about that, wherever you want to start in the beginning. If there's historical experiences you want to go back to, or start wherever you'd like. So please share what you're comfortable with at this point.
Yes, thank you for seeing me and talking with me. Um, in the last 6 months, my sister has passed away and my brother. I'm the firstborn in the family, and my sister is 10 years younger than me, and I was 10 when she came home. And I remember, oh, I don't want to cry. All of a sudden, I feel like I'm crying. Um, I remember holding her as a baby, and I always thought she was my baby. My mom brought her home for me, and I carried her everywhere, I took her everywhere, and it was a rather surprising passing, and one that took the family by shock. Um, and I keep telling myself that, it's 6 months, it's time to get over it and time to go on, and I'm fine, I can live my life. But I just find that I have moments when I'm just overwhelmed with kind of regret that I didn't go see her. And then just just recently, a month or so ago, my brother passed, and it was the same kind of thing, kind of a surprise, and we didn't expect it. And I regret that I didn't go see him when I had that thought. And I don't know, I just find myself really sad.
So let me just ask you at this point, did both your brother and sister live at a distance from you? And is that part of what
Yes,
reason why you weren't able to see them?
yes. I one lived in Kentucky and one in Texas. And with COVID, and I don't know, I feel like COVID has made me afraid to travel much.
Absolutely.
Plus the whole idea of being on the plane, and I don't know, it's just lately with COVID. And I had an opportunity to go visit each one of them, but I chose to put it off because I thought, well, let's get COVID behind us, and let's have a time when I can go see them. But then it was a sudden passing.
So would you say that along with the grief that you're feeling at their loss, you also have some regret that's mixed in?
Yes, deep. I really feel like a deep regret that I didn't take the opportunity.
Yes, I understand. Those kinds of losses are difficult, and I'm sorry that that's something that
Yeah.
you're having to to deal with. So are there things that you feel are different in your life besides the feeling of grief and regret? Have your level of activities or leaving the home or anything like that? Do you feel like your sadness and your grief are maybe keeping you from the lifestyle you were having beforehand?
Honestly, no. I do what I generally do. I just feel like I'm sad and I hide it most of the time. I go to the activities that I generally go to, though again, they've been reduced by COVID, but I don't feel like they keep me from going out in the house or see my friends. I just feel like I can't move past the sadness inside.
Right, right. If you were
Sorry, I didn't
to,
mean to cry.
well, no, that's completely understandable. Please feel free to express your emotions as they come up. So Sherry, if you were to use a scale to place your level of sadness at, with 1 being just kind of sad and 10 being, extremely distraught and disabled by the sadness, would you be able to place yourself? What would you say? What number would you give?
Well, sometimes, I mean, I would not be a 10. I wouldn't even think I was an 8, to be honest. But there are times when I feel like I'm at an 8 and I kind of privately cry. But I would tell you that probably just generally inside it's a 6 or a 7. It doesn't stop me from living my life, but I certainly have this haunting of like I should have gone and seen them when I had the opportunity, and why did I turn it down? It's just that regret. Um, and you know,
So it sounds
so
like maybe it comes in waves,
yes,
when you
it
describe, like
definitely,
sometimes you have that 10, but
yes,
generally more often you're more at a 6 or a 7. Am
yes,
I hearing that right? Okay.
yes, I
Yes.
would agree.
Okay. Uh, do you have people in your life who you're able to share any of these feelings? I know you said that you mostly keep it to yourself. Are there friends, family members, your husband who you're able to
Yeah.
try to process a little bit of your grief?
Yes, but I feel like I wear my friends out. I just, they're very kind and very supportive, but it's like they give me a little hug or a little pat, but I don't know, maybe it's just time. Maybe it's just time that needs to pass. I just feel like sometimes I need to talk to somebody that I'm not burdening with my sadness.
So seeking treatment like this sounds like it might be a good fit for you at this point.
I'm thinking that I need someone else to talk to.